What's up YouTube? This is Mirko 1 and Dummy Cook Daddy cooking series, and today we're gonna prepare a very simple, nutritious and tasty food which is not gonna cost you a lot of money and effort. Let's call it simply pasta with rucola. So let's start. We're gonna need some pasta, in this case fettuccine or tagliatelle, of course some rucola, some meat. Over here I have some chicken breast with no skin, and as for spicing we're gonna keep it pretty simple, so I will use just a pinch of salt and black pepper, then some either sour or heavy cream depending on what you got handy, a little of garlic, you can use ground or fresh, but I won't use a lot of this as my girlfriend believes this doesn't make my son feel very good. Then we're gonna need some dishes where to cook the pasta, where to wash the rucola, the meat, and a pan. You can optionally use this miracle for washing the rucola, but it's okay to just use the seal. Let's start. Wash my hands and start to put this fresh rucola to the centrifugal washer. It's a good idea to do this carefully, as there can be a lot of vermin in the plants, not only in meat. So let me wash this properly. And I fill a pot with water and let it boil. To make it a little faster and a little cheaper, it's always a good idea to use the lid. Meanwhile, I wash the meat too. I can use almost any other meat if you want, for example turkey breast, turkey thighs and so on, or you can go even without meal, but my girlfriend demands it now while she's nursing our cat, so I just use it. And please do not forget to recycle these plastic wrappings. Each pasta has its own timing. The best way to prepare it is to make it al dente, and so it's a good idea to check the label for the timing. This one says it needs some 6 to 7 minutes. I always try to set a timer for 1 minute less, because until I realize it and make all the necessary steps to take it out of the boiling or hot water, it can happen I could go easily over those 7 minutes and make it just too soft, so I prefer to cook it rather shorter time than any longer time. This is very important if you really want to make a good tasting pasta. Let's chop the meat. For this dish, it's a good way to chop it to really small pieces. Very important thing is to have a properly sharpened knife. This will make your cooking really so much enjoyable and save you tons of hassle. If there is any visible fat or pieces that you just don't like, for instance rests of bones or blood, tendons and so on, remove it. Even my knife isn't very sharp, I see. I think I need to go and get it sharpened. I used to be quite good at sharpening knives once, but it comes and goes as everything. You just cannot be good at everything at all time. So chop these pretty small cubes and I put them into this bowl. Okay, after the meat is chopped, I clean the space properly. I wash my hands and all the knives and everything. Do not forget to clean the handles. Once I read that it's a common mistake that people at kitchens tend to forget to do that, and then I realized I do the same and started to wash the handles as well. So the green stuff is now ready and dry, and so I put some olive oil onto the pan and start to cook it. Add the meat. It's a good idea to distribute the meat evenly and detached, so you then don't have to struggle with the touching of the individual pieces of the meat. And I add some water, which is my way to cook the meat on the pan for the most of the times, because this enables me to use a smaller amount of the oil, or if I want even no oil at all, if I want less calories in the meal. The water will help to stew the meat and it won't get dry and will be juicy, and that's the way I want it for this meal. Put some salt and pepper on it. Now check the water for the pasta and it's boiling now, so let's open the pasta and put it into there. Set a timer, in my case to do 6 to 7 minutes minus 1 minute, which is some 5 minutes. Make sure that all the pasta stays under the water. Adjust the fire on the stove if necessary. I can flip the meat to cook it somewhat quicker and cover it with a lid again. Optionally, you can use some cheese on the top of this. Ideally, you can go for some kind of Parmesan, but I've got some shredded mozzarella cheese left in the fridge, so I'm gonna use this one. Again, it's thoroughly up to you. You have many options, and this adds the variety to your meals. Try something new all the time. Just make sure your wife or girlfriend and kid or kids accept what you want to add, and ideally check this upfront if possible. I dry the green leaves in the dryer, and again you can use spinach or some more different kinds of green leaves. You can either cook the greens, or as I've decided for this time, just use it fresh. And it's a pasta time. The timer came to its time. I usually do it in this way. I put some cold water into the sink, and I plug the sink so the hot water doesn't go directly to the plastic piping. I will discharge that after its temperature is acceptable. Oh, the meat looks good, but if you're not sure and are really a newbie or just not sure, take a piece, either the thickest one, and take it to the chopping board, cut in half, and you'll see if it's white or pink. White is good, done. Pink, it needs more time to get white. Talking about poultry, it's never good to serve it at pink or undone. But don't do it also for too long, as it can get more dry than you would like it. You'll figure this out, I'm sure. It takes just some practice. See? White in the middle, but juicy too. Make sure that pasta is not sticking together. If it is, help it. You can let some water or olive oil through it and mix it. I'll add it into the bowl with the green leaves, add a little of that olive oil and toss. Yeah, then it needs to check out the temperature of the beverage too. Okay, when I'm ready with the pasta and fresh leaves, it's time to add the meat. I put some garlic there and mix it. Then I'm gonna add the sour cream. Put as much as you want or no at all. I'm using this lactose free, but this is due to me. Mix it up a little bit. Turn off the stove and throw all what's in the pan to the bowl and toss. And boom, you've done. You got some good 4 to 6 portions of good, healthy, and nutritious meals, and you know what's inside. Costs you some 30 minutes, 30-40 minutes preparation and work. And you can serve it in more ways too, either to a plate or a pasta bowl, with or without that cheese. Here we go. Enjoy your meal.